Sport mode is a beast. Holy. What's up, guys? Two Wheel Ton here at Bison Thunder Motorcycle. Once again, we're riding the FTR base model. Look at this. Nice blue color. Got different pegs on it. It's got a little windscreen, some kind of updated headlight. It's kind of funky, the way that the front fender is mounted. That's kind of wild. Akrapovich or Akrapovich or whatever you want to, however you want to pronounce it, exhaust. It should be fun, man. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what it sounds like, shall we? Sounds tame. And it just cuts off on its own, like if the side stands out. Weird. Just totally shut down on its own. This is very tall for me. This is one of the things that I deal with, being short. The FTR is a very tall machine for what it is. Alright, let's look at these features. High mount, slip-on exhaust, rear mudguard, front mudguard, aviator seat, whatever that means. Feels more comfortable than the bobber I was just on, I can tell you that much. Aluminum spoke wheel set. Foot peg mount for high exhaust. Okay, so the different pegs are because of the higher exhaust. Aluminum radiator guards. This is a lot of extras. High license plate mount. Rally foot pegs by Pro Taper. Okay. Tank covers. This nice blue color. It's pretty. Windshield mount, low wind deflector, accessory mounting kit, 120 horsepower, 6-speed tranny. Huh. So base, it's $13,500. With the extra, it's $5,729.86 in extras. Wow. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Roll right in behind the big apes again. And loud pipe. See, that's the one thing. When you got an aftermarket pipe on there, like this one has, it should be way louder than what it is for me. I can't handle having it being basically silent. When they paid $1,700 for that exhaust, I want to hear the damn thing. I mean, geez. Should have done this while I was parked, but here we go. Here we go, man. I tell you what, I was actually having the most fun on that thing there. Yeah, I can't hear this exhaust at all, so that's a major bummer. But I don't know, maybe they've got the silencer still in there or something. I need that rumble. I mean, that's what I'm after now, is that rumble and the nice lope of the cam. And all right, ha ha ha! 120 horse, here we come, baby. So that is what this FTR is all about. Extreme balls. Well, I don't know if I should use the word extreme, but man, does this thing got some balls. Oh, high revving machine. High revving machine. Alright, so I know I've talked about it on this channel before. I talked about my father and whatnot. That's him right in front of us there, waving his arms around and having a good time. Basically a wild man for his entire life. And that's where I get it from. So I was also having the most fun on that particular bike. Get some apes and that 111 rip snorty 111. It's pretty good. But this FTR, man, refined machine. So this is the standard suspension package, no Öhlins. And so far, it still feels really good. The Öhlins is incredibly stable and confident around the corners, but this is fine. I mean, this is fine. I'm very upright in the seated position here. These handlebars are comfortable. The seat way more comfortable than the bobber right now. These particular pegs are a little set back for what I would like. They're definitely mid controls, but they feel like they're set back slightly, probably due to that exhaust setup, the high mount pipe, which I can take or leave the high mount pipe. I think it looks good on these, but this thing overall is just a sweet little machine. They have really done something with this FTR. The motor is great, high revving, a lot of power. Fairly comfortable. I mean, if you're looking for kind of a all-around machine, this is not a bad option. You know, you could cruise this on the highway and feel comfortable. You're slightly leaned forward so that you're not noticing the wind as much. The ergonomics are good. I just wish my feet were a little bit forward, a little bit more mid. The controls, like the brake, feels more like it's downwards, like a rear set would be, which is kind of awkward with those pegs. If you took note at the beginning of the video, the pegs are like a flat kind of a peg, like a dirt bike peg, but they're set back, which makes them a little bit less comfortable. I don't like not being able to hear this thing. I think this thing should sound nasty. It should sound like it feels, which is like ready to rock. It sounds like a nasty machine is what it should be, and ready to just rip. See, like even this, I know this is low speed, but it tips in and just feels very solid and confident around that corner, much more so even than the bobber, that Scout bobber. Just the geometry of the suspension and frame on this thing is really, really nice feeling. It's like it's ready whenever you are. But it is a really high seated position. You could almost adventure this thing if you had some bags and stuff on it, but it might ruin the look of it. I don't know. Very refined, modern feeling gearbox. This is completely the base model, although it has almost $6,000 in extras on it. But so we no longer have the screen. We just have the nice simple dial, which is fine with me. The only thing that I dislike about this particular dial setup, and this is on most all the Scouts, is the RPMs is just a number. You know, down here, these RPMs are just tallying up. I would prefer to see a visual representation of my RPMs than just a number moving. And you don't even know what redline is when you don't have that. But I guess you can just rev the piss out of it until it, you know, until it starts hitting the rev limiter, I guess. If I was choosing, if I was buying one myself, I would probably definitely go for the that other race model with the screen and the Olin suspension. However, if you're wanting to stay budget conscious, you know, as much as you can, while trying to get your hands on an FTR, there's nothing wrong with this base model. It feels really good. Clutch is nice and light. So the throttle is way responsive compared to previous years. I mean, obviously the FTR wasn't built before, but their whole line of bikes, it feels different now. You know, if you listen to those old videos, that's almost all I talked about was that throttle response issue. Completely eliminated now. It doesn't bother me on the Springfield like you see in front of us here. It doesn't bother me on the Scout. It definitely does not bother me on the FTR. Very immediate. I'm in 5th gear doing 50, and I mean, it's got balls. You know, I'm in 5th gear doing 50, and when I hit that, it's like that's me trying to hold myself less to visually be able to see what's happening there. It's like wow, you know, like boom. It's got power. A lot of damn power. There must be something going on. I don't know. I guess there was a mode switch on the race one, and I had it in sport mode. It definitely felt a little more powerful on that the race version of the bike, the S, the FTR 1200S. There's something more to it. It definitely felt like I could just power wheelie that sucker anytime. I haven't felt that on this thing yet. So 6 gear doing 50, 3,000 RPM. So that's a very similar gearing as like my Scrambler. This has got a heck of a lot more power than that thing. Way taller than the Scrambler. Way taller. And if I have both feet down, I'm very tiptoes. Bike just feels so confident. And so confident and refined, and man, not careful on this thing, you could be getting into trouble pretty quick. It's very comfortable for what it is, for a base model. I mean, it's very, very comfortable. Cups in there. It's got a ridge that keep you from sliding off the damn thing when you hammer it. Comfortable riding upright like this. The bars are great. The position of the bars, the bend in them, is really nice. Wow. When it gets up around $5,000, it really comes alive, man. Just can't stand it sounding so tame. The race mode had that other intake. That really adds to the whole experience when you can hear it sucking air and hear it flying out the exhaust. A lot easier to wow, okay, there we go. That felt a little more squirrely, light front end when I slammed on her that time. Are you kidding me right now? Look at this. So everything they've got comes with cruise? The hell? Nice! Cruise is so nice. I never had it on a bike, and I just tried it today, and it's really nice to be able to give that hand a rest. Push forward on the throttle, or you hit the brake, or I assume if you pull in the clutch, kill the cruise, which is nice. I will tell you right now, I just had some kind of turbulent air, and boy, do I feel a lot of heat coming off that thing on my legs. It also, I don't know if the exhaust is going under there, I have to look, but it feels warm on my ass, like the seat feels hot through the day. It's pretty humid and nasty out here. Wow. Guys, thanks for riding with me. It's 2-wheel ton. Get on some Indians, man. If a demo truck comes near you, they're great. This FTR is a fantastic machine. I'm very impressed with it. It's a machine. It just needs, this one in particular, it just needs some louder pipes is all. Things will be good. Anyways, check me out on Instagram, 2-wheel ton. Be sure to like and subscribe. Tell all your buddies. Hopefully we'll maybe get up to enough subscribers to monetize again. Wouldn't that be fantastic? I'm going to try to put out some more videos. I'll link to some other Indians that I rode here today at the end of this video. I've got some really fun stuff that might be coming up. We'll see. My father up there on the white one, he's got a fair amount of bikes, and I should be riding them all, vintage and otherwise. Let me know in the comments if you think any vintage Ducatis or Triumph rides would be cool, or say even a dirt bike, some old Moto Guzzis, a bunch of stuff like that. I'm thinking to take those out, do some videos on them, see if you guys would dig it. Anyways, thanks for coming. I'll catch you on the next one.